This is Sports Chat with Nat.
Hey.
Hey, y'all. That's our new intro, y'all.
Hey.
Yeah. So listen, it took us a day to recover before we could recap this Super Bowl. So now that we have woken up from the nightmare, well, not nightmare, let me say the dream. It was a dream. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. So welcome. If this is your first time to one of our live recaps, welcome. Buckle up. And if you're coming back,
that was my buckle up.
We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all coming back. Thank y'all so much. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. And look, y'all been watching. Girl, they've been watching.
They've been watching us.
They've been watching us. We got about 4-5 shorts, over 400-500 views, girl. They've been watching us.
Thank you so much, you guys. Like, super duper appreciate it.
Thank you. Now,
and I'm pretty sure in this we gonna have some more shorts. So let's get this started with this. If any of you guys, sorry, I'm over here playing with my bun and it's messing up. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so if you guys have noticed our colors and stuff.
Come on with it.
Okay, so obviously, if this is your first time watching, as you always know, Miss Natalie is a big Steelers fan, as you see in the background. I am a Falcons fan, as you see in the background. But outside of off season, outside of football season, I always say my favorite colors are blue and green. Now, unintentionally today, I end up wearing green. I should have been wearing green all this weekend, but maybe that's why. So, and also, if you guys go back and watch the shorts, I have been not on the bandwagon of the Chiefs all season until maybe till the AFC playoff championship game. And I said, the Chiefs finally look like the Chiefs, but that was that one time. Other than that, I always kept saying not ready. And the Eagles 100% proved it right. So if you guys go back, I always keep saying, I don't think that Chiefs gonna win, but I guess I'll go for them. But I really knew the Eagles were gonna win. I woke up yesterday morning and literally said, them Eagles about to whoop them. They're not gonna play. I don't know. I think also watching the pregame and watching like how they said Jalen had a picture of like the confetti from the last Super Bowl. He has it where he was walking back. They have a picture of him with the yellow and red confetti and him walking. He said that is his screen, and it is his screensaver on his phone. And he said that was the motivation. And when I watched it, I said, "Oh yeah, they're about to win this." But of course, as you see, Miss Natalie has on red because she was going for the Chiefs all season because she was saying, "Hey, you can't go against Patrick."
And you can't go against Steve Spagnuolo and his defense and Andy Reid. You can't go against them. I just said it. He done won so many Super Bowl. Look, that game was over in the first quarter. I called it. Go back and look at the video. I said, I hate to call it now, but it's over. I called it at halftime. I knew it was over. There was no way he was coming back. Now, first of all, I wrote this down. Wait a minute.
She get her glasses together.
I have to get my glasses. They had, the first down on the first play. Juju caught. But after that, 3 and out. 3 and out. 3 and out for like 5 drives. They had the same number of drives as the Eagles. That game, hold up.
No momentum, like.
Okay, they said that the media reported that the Chiefs were suffering from flu-like symptoms, as well as the Eagles. Well, I say it. This is what I said. First of all, you in New Orleans. You can't eat everything. You mean tell me y'all folks in that? You can call it flu-like all you want. It may have been flu-like, but I said it was a little bit of grease, a little bit of sausage, a little bit of gumbo. You mix all of that with all of them germs, people from all over.
You say that, but the funny part is there's a clip at media day that Travis pretty much said he don't like New Orleans food like that. He literally said, "I don't like gumbo. I don't like none of that." And somebody, one of my friends who's from New Orleans, they put on the thing. They said, and I think some other people said they said, you know, they was like, "See, you should have known. You don't tell New Orleans people that you don't like their food." Then while we was watching the game, some people was making fun of it, talking about something. I think they put a voodoo curse on the Chiefs.
Listen.
But I was trying to figure out why, because I'm like, I mean, they ain't really got no.
Okay, first of all, and
They don't have no.
I said it during the championship game. Those were 2 first downs that they stole from the Bills. The Bills were a better team than the Chiefs this year.
There were a couple of other teams that showed that they were better than the Chiefs all season long.
Well, I'm specifically speaking of the AFC Championship game.
Yes.
Because the Bills beat the heck out the Ravens. So the Bills look good. They cheated so bad to get them Chiefs to what they thought was going to be a 3-peat. Ooh, that was rhyming. They cheated so bad for them Chiefs to get them to a 3-peat. Then it backfired because they got there and they looked real bad. There were so many people kept saying that they were tired of the Chiefs. You even said it. We said we wanted new teams in the Super Bowl. But they went on and put them there. We looked at the logo. We said the logo looked like Chiefs colors. People been saying that the logos look like the colors of the teams that they are destined to script to be into the Super Bowl.
I mean, they had green in it, so I guess that was.
So how you gonna pick the logo and you don't know who? But so many people are saying that it's scripted. But the Chiefs look so bad. Hold up. The Eagles had 21 first downs. The Chiefs had 12. They had 70. Now, at first, it was like they have the same number of drives, 13. Both teams, 13 drives. Number of plays, 70 for the Eagles, 49 for the Chiefs. Yardage, 345 to 275. Now, early in the game, the Eagles were averaging like 5 to 8 yards per play, and the Chiefs were only 1.7. Well, towards the end of the game, when they took their starters out and they got the scrubs in,
I thought that was super interesting. I had to go back and rewatch that because I was like, wait a minute, Kenny Pickett. I was like, wow, y'all.
So, and
that's literally, now that I think about it, that's when the Chiefs scored.
Yeah. But they had the scrubs in. They didn't care no more. They knew the game was over. They were not going to score 5 times. 4 times. What was it? 4 times? 4 times. They was not scoring 4 times in 5 minutes. That won't fit to happen.
The interesting part about it was they even said that at the end, like not even at the end, but they were saying how, like, it was, wow. I don't even know. I forgot my statement.
Okay. Well, now let me say this. Now, this to me,
oh, that's
what?
Oh, I was saying, I remember how they were saying basically like the score of the game didn't even reflect how poorly it was. Now, I remember we were messaging in there because I know you were live and I was at a party, but I was very interested to see at the same time of, has there ever, I learned that there's never been a Super Bowl shutout. They're close to them, but no, but people out of the name. But the one I was really trying to figure out, had there ever been a shutout in the first half like that? And it hasn't. I don't think it's been that way, but they said that the largest like first half lead was like 25, and it was like against like the Broncos, and Washington, no, it was the Commanders when they were playing. Well, Commanders at that. Well, Redskins at that time. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that was just.
Okay, so now I was getting ready to do this. This was interesting to me. Very interesting to me. Kansas City receiving. Number of targets, 8. Receptions, 8. Who was that?
Isaiah, Pacheco,
Uh-uh.
Xavier
The
Worthy.
rookie. The rookie, Xavier Worthy.
That's what I was like. Wait, no, Xavier Worthy. Yeah.
6 targets, 4 receptions, 39. Wait a minute. Let me give him his just due. 8 receptions, 157 yards.
And a touchdown.
2 touchdowns.
Oh.
2.
Okay.
Now try this. 6 targets, 4 receptions, 39 yards.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Travis.
Oh yeah. I knew he had something low because I was
Now
like,
this was heartbreaking to me. 5 targets, 2 receptions.
Isaiah Pacheco.
DeAndre. Only 18 yards. Only 18 yards.
He dropped the ball a couple of times too. I was like, dang, DeAndre.
Yeah. But, Juju. What?
Well, I'm gonna be like the commentators when they said in the sense that they didn't even put they really didn't use Isaiah. I mean, not Isaiah. Well, they didn't use Pacheco at all, and
they didn't use the. Watch yourself. They didn't use the domestically aggressive Kareem Hunt either.
I forgot that he's in the team. See, people that they normally use. That's what they were saying. They said that they got away from the run game. Like the run game would have helped them, but they did it, and they were just trying to throw it. But also at the same time, Xavier Worthy. I mean, you use him as running and passing. He was like the fastest dude in the combine.
The Eagles had 4 linemen, defensive linemen. They ate up Kansas City offensive line.
I mean, they had what #1 defense outside of
They had the #1 defense all year long, and they proved it. They proved it. And I've said it, and Jalen said it. Defense wins championships. I've been saying that since I started this channel. Defense wins championships. And I think that's why some teams focus so much on their defense. Now, yesterday, though, the Eagles came into that game with a chip on their shoulders. They were mad. They felt disrespected. They looked from the second they started playing, they looked like they wanted to win. Kansas City looked like they thought they were going to win and they were going to give them the game. And they were going. Now, first few calls were a little suspect. Them calls were suspect.
I feel like there were most calls on Kansas City than anything on there. I don't think I really, every time we threw a flag, I was like, that's on KC. There was maybe a couple that were on the Eagles, but like a majority, KC was making a lot of mistakes.
They looked, okay, they said, now, what do I say I watch? What do I look at when I look at football games? What do I say I watch on the players? What do I say I watch?
Their facial expressions, their eyes.
Patrick had bags under his eyes that thick, that wide. Patrick looked horrible right here. And I looked when the cameras were, I said, oh, he ain't coming back today. I said that in the first quarter. The bags under his eyes were so thick, I ain't seen Patrick look that bad up in here.
But I'm just saying. Then what happened? And you cannot blame them saying like, oh, they had flu-like symptoms. Like, you know what was going on. So what flu-like what you eating, you know that was whatchamacallit. It don't matter what state it is in, you already know that this should be set. You got your caterers, all that other stuff. So it's like, what was really going on? Was everybody keeping y'all up because y'all were in New Orleans? Was it, which shouldn't be the thing?
But was it really flu-like symptoms? There's a possibility. But even if it was, if you got the flu, you are sick. But they said the Philly had the same symptoms. They didn't look like it when they hit the field. What they do? Get an anti-flu serum or something?
No,
They said
but
they had the
they
same.
wanted.
They said they had the same symptoms. So what happened?
I
What
just
what
think they just
what
want.
had happened was what? Huh?
They want to give KC credit, but at the same time they can't, because also one thing I
Can
don't like is the fact that now. Oh, hey, Vanessa.
we live? You joining us live?
I guess not, but
Okay. And she took off Master T, and Vanessa's joining us live on the air. And now I'm on the air. And Master T is gone. Let me add her back. Okay.
all right.
There we are. Now, Patrick had, wait a minute. At one point, his first half, his passer rating was 9.
They said his passer rating throughout the whole entire game was like 11.
Well, at the end, it ended up, the quarterback rating ended up being 11. The passer rating was 95, but the quarterback rating was 11.
That's horrible.
That is horrible.
Is that the lowest in Super Bowl?
No.
Oh,
no.
I forgot, because no, Peyton probably had a lower one.
It was Peyton. It was Peyton. But he was sacked 6 times. 6 times. They sacked him 6 times.
They went after him.
They was on him. Now,
and them interceptions too.
Ooh. Now, I just told you his eyes didn't look right. What was he looking at? One of them passes won't no red nowhere. Nowhere. I didn't see no red nowhere. Now, one of those throws, his arm did get hit, and he was trying to hurry up and throw because they were coming at him, so the ball didn't reach. But there were so many instances where he just looked like he was scrambling for his life.
Yeah, he was definitely scrambling the whole time. And unfortunately, I feel like, well, not unfortunately, but this was definitely his worst game ever.
Ever.
In all of his seasons. The only thing that, like I said, that I don't like is the fact that they're now everybody's like, oh, well, is he still MVP worthy and stuff? I'm like, that one game should not determine with that. Even how bad it was, Pat still is Pat. He still is going to do it. Just because that one game, and it just so happened to be Super Bowl, that was the one. Now everybody's like, oh, he's not in. We spoke too soon for MVP. And it's like, but let's not take credit where credit is due from him.
I don't think that the MVP, but I think comparing him to say he's the greatest ever with Tom Brady, I don't necessarily say it's too soon. I say at the same time in the league, they are about almost neck and neck still. Tom,
well,
he's lost 1 or 2. He's lost a couple of more than Tom. However, how many other quarterbacks has won as many as him? You got a couple, but still back to back.
But also at the same time, right? He's 3-2 in his Super Bowl. I mean, he's won the only
5 times in 7 years. 5 and 7.
Tom didn't even have 5 and 7.
That's my point.
And on top, but that's where I feel like that's where they're starting to try to take credit away from him and being like, oh, well, he's not the greatest. Like, we shouldn't be comparing him to Tom. And it's like, but
yes, you should.
But you should, because also at the same time, at Tom, like, remember, Pat is still on a greater trajectory, I feel like, than Tom and how he's doing it, because he's already reached 5 Super Bowls.
Yes.
30.
Yes.
And on top of that, he's won MVP, all the other stuff. And on top of that, just because this one game, though, I think what makes him even better is the way that he's gonna bounce back next season. Like, yeah, and
Just like
they
you
always
said.
the last what you call it, those games where they lose is what makes them better, not
It
the
makes
one
you
that they
better.
remember. Look at Jalen. We're gonna go back to that one. Super Bowl 57. He lost it and he said, I'm gonna use this picture. Who puts the picture that they just sit there as a constant reminder of wow, this is how I felt, but they used it as motivation and then came back and was like, bam. Saquon basically was like, hey, I don't think about going to the Super Bowl is fine, but I want to win it.
I feel like that Jalen had 75 yards rushing,
Mm-hmm.
Saquon 57. And Saquon did exactly what he said. He was going to see the confetti. He was going to kiss his mama first, then kiss his wife. And he did just that. I was getting ready to log off, and I did log off right at the end, but I kept watching, and he did just that. He did this. He kissed his mama, and then his wife, and then his children.
So,
And Jalen had a very emotional hug with his dad.
yep.
But they said that the projected viewership was 126.
How much
126 million.
and how many people actually watched it?
I don't know. They said watched. 126 million watched is what it says. Now,
one thing I did learn when they did show on Super Bowl, I do like how each year they'll show like, hey, well, the first Super Bowl, how much the tickets were and how only casted in one country, which was basically here. And now how much it is to go. And then it's in 196 countries that people watch it.
And what was the first ticket? $20-some dollars?
I think it was like
$12?
yeah,
Something. Now they thousands and thousands of dollars.
5,000 just to the start.
I do believe this. Now, on a serious note, you can sell tickets for that amount of money. Stadium is packed. But you got people that can't even buy groceries. And I'm not saying everybody should be able to go to the Super Bowl, but there's clearly an unbalance in this country where the Super Bowl is so out of reach for so many people. I just not to put a damper on the Eagle celebration, but I just think
we can get real with this.
It's a big. It's sad when a country can allow somebody to charge that much to see a football game. They're betting on the game. They're gambling on the game. But you can't do nothing. You can let all that stuff go on. Gambling is illegal, but they've made it legal. You can't make it legal to lower the grocery prices. You can't make it legal to do some things to make things, but now you want to make everything uneven. I got to be careful because I can't say it wrong, but the old saying, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. But it's sad that we got to sit home and we watch the Super Bowl and we can only dream of ever being able to afford to go. But when you look at how much the tickets used to cost, why do they cost so much now? Why?
I have no idea, but I mean, they definitely start this early because even obviously they give it to your season ticket holders first, but even them are very expensive. I know this because, Atlanta is one of the places in the next 4 years. We're supposed to get it in 2028. And I remember getting an email for it. And I was like, oh, let me see. And I was like, absolutely not. Just to put down for it. I was like, are you serious? Like I'm not, I ain't there.
And to be able to charge that much money for an event should be illegal. I'm sorry. It's just too much. When you got so many other things happening around. I just see that just seems, and I know they say, well, we got to pay them their salaries. Why they got to make that much? It just, if you making that much, that you can give them that much and charge that much, there's an imbalance somewhere in there. That should spill over. Now they do give a lot. They donate a lot, and the players donate a lot. Okay, I get that, but there's still a disconnect. If it's that much money to throw away, it should not be a homeless person nowhere in the United States.
Well,
not nowhere.
Speaking of, since we're talking about this, this is a great segue into halftime performance. So I know there's a lot of different controversial things going on with this nice little Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance. I mean, of course, it started with, why didn't y'all get Lil Wayne to perform? Why didn't y'all get some more New Orleans people? Blah, blah, blah. And I've said my thing on that. If some of you guys haven't heard, my take on this is, remember, Super Bowl is being broadcast to 196 countries. Not that many people. I know that you say this is your thing, but this is not the first time that a city who got their Super Bowl, did not get their artist out there. So we should stop. They need to stop doing all that crap. And so then watching Kendra's performance, at first I was very disappointed because I was like, wow, this is not as what I thought. But then I went on as people were watching social media and stuff. And then all of a sudden I looked and think, and somebody was like, actually, this was a little bit of this was him actually a political statement in this whole thing, which was very interesting. So I ended up reading about like all the symbolisms that were a part of it, which started off with that Squid Games thing. And I was like, interesting. I was like, what's this X and the circle and the triangle and the square? Great show, by the way, if anybody hasn't watched it. It's very messed up. But it pretty much is about basically, in a sense, how the rich pretty much, in a sense, they sit and watch poor people fight each other to get money, in a sense. And the poor people are fighting each other in order to survive and don't care about anything else except trying to get money to survive. While the rich people sit and watch it and be like, oh, let's bet on who's gonna win. So that was one thing, but all of it was kind of symbolic. Was kind of going on in America, which everybody also thought was a very interesting take on it, since our president was there. So that was the thing. If you guys want to look them up, I'm not gonna go into it because we're gonna try to stay as neutral as possible.
Yes, we got to.
You guys should look up what the symbolisms are into it. I ended up rewatching the halftime performance later on that night because of obviously they show it. So like I said, I was at a party, so certain things I don't hear or see. So I went back and when it came on, I just so happened to watch it again, and I was like, oh, I see it, I get it. Now, even though it was not the most entertaining, it had a lot of different messages in it.
Okay.
Now, as far as entertainment wise, I love the beginning of the Super Bowl when they put Southern's band out there and started.
Oh yeah.
That was very entertaining. I did like that. So everybody who's talking about the tribute to Lucy and all that other stuff, they did it at the beginning of the show. So
now I'm gonna say this. Legacy perform Lift Every Voice and Sing like I've never heard it before.
She what?
Legacy performed Lift Every Voice and Sing
she killed
like
it.
I have never heard it before. And John Baptiste. I thought Marvin Gaye had the best national anthem ever. Whitney Houston's was pre-recorded. So when you say live, I don't consider a pre-recorded live, okay? You lip singing. You recorded it in the studio. He sung live. Oh, it was amazing. The New Orleans, or should I say the jazzy arrangement of it, it wasn't too over the top. It was just enough. And the passion that he put in it was just phenomenal. So I just appreciated everything. And America the Beautiful with Trombone Shorty. I'm not sure who that lady was singing. I was just very impressed with the pregame show. I was impressed with the tribute to the victims of the tragedy during the NFL honors, which we did not talk about. The MVP, Josh Allen, who looked like he did not deserve it. He did not accept that award like he was proud to have it. I'm just saying. He did not look. He looked like he could have cared less. And I know they said, well, he wanted to go to the Super Bowl and yada, 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 yada. Yeah, whatever. He made second team All Pro, but Lamar made first team All Pro, but he was the MVP. Okay. MVP is for the regular season, not the postseason.
Facts.
Somebody came to my house last week, a service attendant, professional. And Friday, and Josh had just won the MVP. And he thought he deserved it. And I said, I think Lamar. I said, he only outbeat Lamar in one category. Yeah, but in the big games, I said, but the big games are in the playoffs, postseason. MVP is for regular season. Yeah, but he had more around him.
That means Jalen should win MVP of postseason because of he's Super Bowl MVP, but he should win it for postgame MVP because of what happened. Actually, Saquon actually, yeah.
But the controversy is still very relevant because even the day after on Get Up and all the other sports channels, they were still debating that Josh. It was still, did he deserve it? Maybe, maybe not. Lamar deserved it more. So whatever. Joe Burrows, comeback player twice. Second time comeback player.
I mean, I like Joe, but y'all know I wanted DeMar to win that one.
So he got, yeah. And then Jaden, of course, was Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I agreed with that one, 100%.
And Pat Surtain was the Defensive Player of the Year. And the Player of the Year, was the Hail Mary from Jaden Daniels.
Heck.
Some people thought it should have been the backwards leap by Saquon Barkley.
No, because guess what? Everybody started trying to mimic that. The Player of the Year was definitely 100% had to be that Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary.
Like 10 seconds left. You throw the ball. Chicago could have won it, but nah, they boop, boop. Amazing.
So, now, what's the name? Now we finished with our recap. We're done with that. Eric Anderson of the Jaguars won Walter Payton Man of the Year. And when I was doing the Walter Payton Man of the Year clips,
did you think
I actually said he was going to win because as a kid he said he struggled reading and he was embarrassed. So when he became a man of status, he started a reading program.
Oh, that's sweet.
And so I just felt it in my soul he was going to win, and he did. So it was a good show. Snoop Dogg was the MC. I thought he would be better. I thought he would be better. I don't know if the material. I'm starting to think now. It's not the host, it's the material. It's who's producing and who's writing. Because if Snoop couldn't do nothing with it, it can't be done. So it's the writing. Now I know it's the writing and the production.
I was gonna go back and ask, how did you feel about Kevin O'Connell winning Coach of the Year?
Considering that Sam Darnold was supposed to be the backup, wasn't he? Wasn't he supposed to be the backup? Didn't their quarterback get hurt and he was supposed to be the backup? If that was the case, I'm still a little mixed about it because I think it should have been Dan Quinn.
That's what I was going to say.
I think it should have been Dan Quinn. I don't think it should have been Kevin O'Connell. I think it should have been Dan Quinn. His speech was beautiful. Okay, but I think it should have been Dan Quinn because Dan Quinn was first-year coach, a rookie quarterback, and they almost got to the Super Bowl. Definitely Dan Quinn. Definitely. So now, before we leave you guys.
Hold on. We still got some more tea.
What?
We got some more tea because I'm wearing green, but we ain't talking about the other green that's going on right now. Aaron Rodgers.
What happened? What I miss?
Oh,
he gone.
They talking about he might not be there next season.
He shouldn't be.
Him and Aaron. Devontae Adams.
They both of them need to go somewhere. Go somewhere fishing.
It was. What was it? It was announced before Super Bowl, so nobody gonna really pay attention that much. But that's one of the main headlines talking about. Besides that, they're talking about how bad Pat played, which I kind of also don't like at the same time because now you're still taking the shine off of the Eagles and still talking about the Chiefs when it really should be more about the Eagles than anything. But that was one of the things that they were talking about, that Aaron Rodgers is not gonna be a Jet. He's gonna be jetting over somewhere.
Let him go. Now, I did hear that I'm reading that some people believe that Tomlin's loyalty will continue to create havoc in the quarterback room. His love for Russell Wilson will interfere with his decision making.
Ooh.
Possibly. Listen, Russell has shown us he ain't got it. Okay?
Is it him or is it there?
Now wait a minute. I've read several articles. I'm trying to make sure they're different sources. Now, is Reverend Russell the problem? Now, I read day before yesterday. Remember when Russell was doing all good?
Mm-hmm.
That last game, that Cincinnati game when we beat the Sox off the Bengals?
Mm-hmm.
Arthur Smith stopped him from changing plays.
Arthur Smith stopped Russell Wilson from changing plays?
At the line of scrimmage.
Oh.
Russell was changing the plays. That's when our team went clear. We lost every game after that.
Because Russell was changing plays. Or he
was not. He was restricted from changing.
Once again, I was about to say, is it Russell or is it Arthur? Because, I'm all for saying it's Arthur.
Well, if that be the case, it was Arthur.
It's definitely.
Because we were winning when Russell was changing. Running up to the line. He was changing it. Boom, boom, boom. What was Arthur doing? Run, pass. Run, pass. Run, pass.
Being predictable.
Run, pass. Run, pass.
Predictable.
Look, run, pass, punt. Run, pass, punt. Run, pass, punt. Pass, run, pass, punt. Come on. Really? But after reading that, I said, oh. So that's when the team started sliding down.
I told you before it was Arthur, though.
So, but I still say, since we got to keep, I don't know. I keep saying this. I love Tomlin. I do. But you got to be able to make sure that your coordinators are getting the best out of the players that you have. If you got a quarterback that can get to the line of scrimmage and see that you need to throw it over there because that's open over there, let that QB do that. Let that boy do that. Don't restrict him from doing that. Whether it's Russell, Aaron, Jaden, I don't care who it is. If he got the ability to get to that line and change that play because he sees something out there that you don't see on that sideline, let him do it. And if he was winning with it, let him do it. You catch up. Tomlin talking about people getting on the train. Let him catch up. Mm. And what did I say? I said it for 4 weeks. I said, do like Denzel. If they score another point, if they get another yard, I'm taking over. He didn't do that. And for those reasons, I got a problem with Tomlin. Because you're supposed to have been able to identify the problem. So if we started losing games when Russell was restricted from calling plays, that very first game that you saw the difference, you saw it on the tape.
I would say I'll give you maybe 2 to figure it out.
I was going to say the second game.
The first one is usually like maybe it's a fluke. We just still trying to get it together. But the second game, definitely you like.
The second game, the first half. Don't come out in that second half like you did that first half. Don't do it.
I don't even give you that you decided to still do it the whole second game. But by game 3, you've already figured it out. You've already figured out what the problem is.
I got a problem there. And I don't know where you're going to get an offensive line coach from. But there's a problem with that offensive line. They don't know what to do. You need a coach. If they need to draw circles and use ketchup bottles and Legos, I don't care what you need, but they need to learn how to move your foot to the right, move your hand this way, turn your shoulder this way. They need elementary education for that offensive line. There should be no confusion. I need to know that I go 1, 2, 3, leap. Back, turn. I need to know it. The coach need to be able to instill it, and the coach need to be able to instruct it. And if you can't find that, you the problem. You the problem. Because if he can't teach them, you're supposed to be able to. Ain't the supervisor, the boss supposed to be able to do everything all the little supervisors do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That go for you, Tomlin. Much as I love you, that go for you too.
Okay. Also, now the Eagles have also lost their offensive coordinator too, who has now become the Saints head coach. So it's gonna be interesting to see how different these change. It's interesting that Super Bowl has happened and there's already still a whole bunch of it's like the season's over, but it's not in a sense. Timeout flag on the play.
Why Myles Garrett want to leave the Cleveland Browns?
Oh, we talked about that already. He trying to do a Saquon.
He need to go to Detroit. Send him to Detroit. Go to Detroit. Him on one side, Aiden on the other side. What?
That is going to be, that's going
Now, let me ask you this. Do you think we should keep Najee and Jalen Warren? Patterson is out. Your boy's out.
I know.
I don't know if y'all want him back or what, but we don't want him.
He only had a 1-year contract with you guys, so.
I know. I like him. As a man, I like him. I like his relationship with his mama, but after he got hurt, he wasn't the same.
That's usually how some of the people are, unfortunately.
Yeah, some. So, I'm ready for new coaches. Your UFL starts March the 28th.
I know. I'm gonna try to see if I can get into it. But for all of our new people who are interested in who are like, oh, not really understanding football that much, besides going back to our awesome videos that kind of explain what's going on, I will definitely say watch UFL. They actually really do go into, and they
Yeah.
go more into, the commentators talk more into like what goes on in the play, what this is, why is it that way, and stuff. So
Yeah.
if you have any questions about anything, just start watching UFL game. It definitely
It's like a tutorial for the NFL.
Yes, there are slight differences, but you
Yeah.
will like start to get it. They'll explain certain plays, like you say bootleg. You're like, what is that? They gonna end up telling it and
Yeah.
explaining it, and then kind of break it down a little bit more. And then you'll be like, oh, I see that. Why was that a flag? How was that a neutral zone infringement? Like it is.
They will literally show you the play and say, see right there when he put his right hand up there, that's a penalty. So I do like that. It is quite a bit of talking. Sometimes I think it might be too much, but it is a lot of talking. But
it is. It is definitely more. But I feel like for a newcomer who is trying
it is
to
good.
learn, it is very good. If you already know it, like if you kind of may be like, ugh.
Now I announced during the predictions that it was Saquon Barkley's birthday for the Super Bowl. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's 28.
Now, yesterday they said about 4 or 5 times that it was DeJean, whatever his birthday.
First birthday, and he got it.
Now they said they gave Shake. They did have the birthday cake for the both of them after the game, but during the game they did not acknowledge Saquon's birthday as often as they acknowledged the pick six did. DeJean. They did not say it was Saquon's birthday as many times as they said his. They did not. And I know it was Saquon's birthday because I said it, and they showed they did the cake for him at the post show.
And they also said it at the beginning of the game
at the beginning, but I'm saying during the game they kept saying that it was the other boy's birthday. They didn't keep saying it was. Yeah, Cooper. They did not keep saying it was Saquon's birthday.
The only reason I think that is because Saquon was not really that much of a. He was a factor, but he wasn't. I was hoping he got a touchdown.
I still say it was his birthday. He deserved to be called out for his birthday just as many times as I called. Every time he ran the ball, birthday boy running the ball. I don't care if he ain't get for 2 yards. He should have just as much. How many times is your birthday gonna be on the Super Bowl?
And you actually play in it.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Call me sentimental. Call me emotional. But I think he should have got caught. Yeah, they said it at the beginning, but it should have been just as much all throughout the game. I don't care if he ain't giving 20 yards. The birthday boy got 20 yards. The birthday boy got 10 yards in the first half. It was room for it.
I mean, I'm a birthday person, so I probably would have been like, y'all supposed to be saying all day. He flipping around.
I did. I know I did. I said it all day over here.
Because he even said, like, even before I didn't even know it was Cooper's birthday until the game. Because I knew it was Saquon's because even in all his interviews, they would ask him, they'd be like, oh, we know your birthday is this day on Super Bowl. He'd be like, yeah. It's a great 28th birthday, but I want to win. So
listen,
I'm happy that he won.
I just know I said Vanessa got the clip. Woo! They beat the socks off of them. Listen, they beat them so bad yesterday. Patrick was crying. Ooh.
Yo, the funny part was everybody at the thing was talking about some. At my party, talking about some. You know they're gonna get in the car and cry. I said, man, they're gonna be in the locker room crying.
Patrick was crying on the field. Patrick was crying on the field.
Make it to the locker room, they all go be like bawling and stuff because they played horribly. I felt so bad at how they played, but I have to say this though.
Say it.
There
Say it.
was a part of me that was like, oh my gosh, I hope y'all like horribly suck, because guess what? That means my team ain't gotta get talked about no more in Super Bowl. Because
Listen, that was horrible.
it was
That was horrible.
it was
I
horrible.
never expected it. I never expected it to be that bad.
I didn't either. There was also a point in time that I said, when somebody said, "Oh my gosh, they can't come back from that," I said,
They
"Actually,
can't come back. They can't come back.
I was
It's
like,
over.
"Actually, they probably could," but
No, it's
a part
over.
of me, was like, maybe they could. And then there was a part of me that was about this much that said, "Please come back, so then we don't have to be the laughing stock no more." But then after that,
I kept singing, "It's over now. The Eagles have beat you. It's over now." Then I say, nah, goodbye. Listen,
no.
they really, I mean, whether it was an illness, flu-like symptoms, too much gumbo, too much Bourbon Street, too much cockiness,
A voodoo curse,
too much cheating by the officials,
a voodoo spell.
whether it was a voodoo doll, they look bad. They look so confused. And all the Eagles did was look at the game with Tampa Bay to see what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did to beat the socks off them.
No, you're talking about the Bills.
No. The Super Bowl where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the socks off the Chiefs. Now, I'm surprised that they were not ready. Did you not know they were going to look at that video and dissect it to do what the team that beat you did?
It didn't even matter. They didn't have to look at that one. They could have looked at the Bills game and figured it out. But I just feel like they did not. They were not the Chiefs.
They were sick. Okay, they were sick.
No,
they were sick.
No,
they were sick. They had the flu.
They were not. They have not been the Kansas City Chiefs all season long. Not all season long.
They had the flu.
I don't care. They haven't been Kansas City Chiefs the whole entire season. So everybody wants to be like, "Oh, they were sick." No, they have not been that. They have not been the Chiefs all season.
Did you see Patrick do this? He poked his lip out like a little boy. I seen him. He was like,
everybody has their thing with it,
Listen, they beat them so bad. Listen.
Travis Kelce walked.
You know how they joke and say, "You got beat so bad, we ain't even gonna give you a ride home." You ain't never heard that?
No.
Well, honey, they beat them bad. They didn't even show Taylor Swift.
I said that too. I know. I said that. I said, "Wow, this is the game." I said, "I haven't seen Taylor this whole game," which I'm shocked because they showed a lot of other celebrities.
Oh, she had some bad body language, girl. She was irritated. She was waiting for the after party. Apparently, she was in a bad mood. She just won't look happy. I guess they caught her when Travis dropped all them passes.
Well, they didn't show up. They didn't show us, but they also did say that they did show her. I guess they did show her in the stadium. Everybody booed her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
that was interesting.
Maybe that's why her body language was so bad.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have booed her. They showed because there was more celebrities in there besides her. Anne Hathaway. They showed all the only other Chiefs fan they showed was Paul Rudd. Everybody else was on the Eagles. It's like Anne Hathaway, Bradley Cooper, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Technically, Taylor Swift is technically a Eagles fan. Remember, she was an Eagles fan before she started dating Travis.
Yeah.
So
yes, she was.
So technically, she probably was excited that her team won, but just happy that her boyfriend. I don't know. I'm still a Falcons fan.
Well, listen. I got to play this weekend If you don't already know, get your tickets. Love won't let me wait. That's why my hair looks like this. I'm getting ready
Flip
for
that.
Willie Mae. I'm
She's
getting ready for Willie Mae and Marietta Square. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Saturday afternoon show is sold out.
also, I think Friday night show is sold out too. When I tried to look, when I was
Oh wow! Okay.
yeah, Friday night show is sold out too, or maybe it might be the VIP part, but whatever, it doesn't matter. But it's sold out too.
Yeah, we doing pretty good. So there's still tickets available for Sunday night, Sunday afternoon, and Saturday
night. Yeah.
Saturday night. So get your tickets. So I will not be going live anymore this week, probably. But once I get through with this play, I'm ready for some NBA. I will come back with a recap after I go back and watch the NBA dunk contest and all of those things. I'll go back and watch that. Yeah. So I'll go back and watch all of that. I'll watch what I can watch. I'll have my laptop just in case I get to go live after the show and there's something still going on. But other than that, then I'll be getting ready for the NCAA, South Carolina, Tennessee, LSU, USC, UCLA, the Celtics, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Lakers with their new team with Luka Doncic.
Wait, I need to. Now that we're saying it, I don't even think that. Oh, he did play.
Who?
Luka, because it was earlier to the reason why I said that is because earlier today that they were saying it was almost like a game time decision because he was hurt, have an injury.
Yeah.
So they were making it seem like he wasn't going to play. But I guess since the Lakers also said that they put a whole bunch of 77s on the chairs for him, they probably needed to do it.
Anthony Davis is out several weeks. He got hurt already in his first game. Listen, I already said he was soft. I've been saying he was soft. I've been saying that. Him and Joel Embiid, they need to go somewhere and sit down. Well, Anthony is better. He's gotten better. Joel, I'm not going there. Not going there. All right, so listen.
Y'all know when it comes to basketball season, I know my little bits and pieces, and that's it. My facial expression will probably be like, yep, that's it.
That's okay. I need you here.
Okay. I got y'all when it comes because at the end of the day, I'm always still gonna have some NFL news that's going on.
There's always NFL news every day. So we're gonna keep you abreast of everything throughout the off season. All throughout, I will do NBA all through NBA season, but she's going to keep doing NFL. I'm going to always give you some Steeler news, but she's going to keep us. She's going to keep
because Combine is coming up, and I did not realize.
That's right. So we're going
to. Oh, I forgot.
What?
One last thing I have to say on my NFL news, but I have to say this. I have to say rest in peace to Virginia Boyle.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Miss Virginia. If you guys don't know, that was the Bears owner. I'm trying to be like her one day in my life. That lady was 102 years old. And when I tell you, she would go to every Bears game. Every single home game, you would see her in the little box and stuff. I didn't see her this past season because I highlight her. But I was like, she must be sick or something because she's normally there. So I was like, oh, Miss Virginia.
And Hubie Brown, the walking basketball encyclopedia, Google, AI, you name it. If it's basketball, Hubie Brown knows it. He's 91. He did his last broadcast yesterday. He did his last broadcast yesterday. He knows everything.
Wow,
he called his last game yesterday at 91 years old. He has either coached or broadcast or interviewed over 80% of all of the NBA players.
Wow.
Yes. Over 80%. No, he ain't dead.
He just retired and
He
doing.
just retired. Now he does look a little fragile. He looks a little fragile. He sounds a little fragile. So, but yeah, Hubie Brown, the basketball encyclopedia.
I love it. That's so.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we will keep you posted on all things sports. This is Sports Chat with Nat with Master T and our tech girl Vanessa. Girls rule the world. Who run the world?
Girls, and guess what? Next month is March, and that is Women's History Month.
Women's History Month.
And
We are history right here.
We are, and I'm going to be. I thought about this. I'm going to start. Oh, it's just me now, but it's okay. I'm going to start with our theme. We're going to next month. I'm going to start finding about different women, especially in NFL, and trying to talk to you about them because we're going to just start it off. I might start off with her. The Eagles have their first black coach, the female.
Yeah, female.
Part of the team. I think her name is Autumn.
Autumn.
Yep, it's Autumn. So y'all know I'm gonna try to look and find me some info on her,
and we're gonna highlight a lot of women. It is like you said, Women's History Month, so we will do that. We'll see if we can get a couple of women interviews throughout the month of March. But yeah, so we thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. We're going to keep bringing you sports news, and we want you to keep chatting with us. Keep commenting. We appreciate it. Keep watching. Like, follow, subscribe, and share. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
My little tiny heart. Yes, we appreciate you very much.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.